picture in the inside made of fish and rice, so that when you cut it in half, you'll see the dog in your sushi. It's a very interesting thing to do. Let's get going, let's cook it. Alright, start off by taking a baby cucumber and a mandolin and set it to 2mm thickness so you can get extremely thin slices of cucumber. And firmly press it down and slice it across the blade just like so. Now you want to have very thin slices so that they're extremely flexible. Okay, so here we go. Now I've got my slices. I'm just going to take one of these nice flexible slices, lay it down on the cutting board and cut off the edges. So that you have a slice of cucumber about 2 cm wide, which is 4/5 of an inch. There we go. Now I'm going to take half sheet of nori, which is conveniently about the same width as the cucumber, and just slice a piece off that's long enough to just wrap around the cucumber once. There we go. Once you've wrapped it down, you just want to place a book on it or something to compress it down so that it adheres to the nori. And again, now I'm just going to take another slice, and this time I'm going to cut a 0.5 cm thick slice. So that's 1/5 of an inch, just like this, and dispose of the rest. And again, just take a piece of nori and cut it just wide enough so that it can wrap around the cucumber once. So here I'm just going to put the cucumber and roll it round so that I can just cover it with this. Okay. And again, just place this underneath a book so that it can properly adhere and compress to it. There we go. Okay, so this is the 2 slices, the thin one and the thick one, and this is what they look like more or less when they're compressed. Alright, now I'm going to take some sushi rice, a little bit and a lot, and add some black and blue, and mix it, and there we go, black and blue sushi rice. Okay, now I'm going to take a thin strip of nori, about 2.5 cm, that's 1 inch, and then I'm going to add about 10 grams of black sushi rice. I'm going to put it lengthwise across the nori, just like so. And then I'm going to roll this into a simple roll, and this will make the nose of the dog later. So once you've done that and made it perfect, just put that to one side until you need it. Now I'm going to take the thick piece of cucumber that we made just a second ago and add a little bit of rice on top, about 4 to 6 grams of sushi rice. And then I'm just going to curve this into a C shape. And the rice helps keep it in that C shape. And the reason for this is so that it can make the mouth of the dog with a little slight curve to it. Okay, so once you've done that, just put this to one side until you need it later. Okay, great. Now I'm going to take the thin slice of cucumber and do the same, but this time with much less rice. So I'm just going to take a single grain at a time and place them in a single file, just like so. And then again, just curve this up into a C shape so that it can also be slightly curved. And once that's done, then just put this to one side until it's needed later. And now I'm going to take half sheet of nori and a 1/4 sheet of nori and join them together using some rice glue. So just place the rice on one of the sides just like this, and then just cover it with the other sheet and then press down. And this will make one long sheet of nori just like this. Now you take your rolling mat and just place it down and place your nori on top. And then you take 100 grams of cooked and seasoned sushi rice and just start spreading it from one side going towards the other side. And it should cover about 3/4 of your sheet. So just softly spread it out, nice and gently. Now it's very important that this segment here is a little bit less rice, because that will make the earlobe and you don't need that much rice. So take a little bit from there and add it to the other end. Okay, now I'm going to take my salmon and just place it down on the edge and then just roll it over, just like so, until 3 of the 4 sides of the salmon are covered with rice and nori. And I'm going to take some rice and place it on the 4th side, just like this. Now this you want to do to eye. There's no set amount, just what you feel is right. And this will make the top of the head of the dog. Once you've done that, just roll it over on top of the rice and then just bring it to the side of your mat and press it against it. Then take a hand towel and just press it against that so that it keeps in place while you're working, just like so. Now I'm going to take a little bit more rice and just press it into the corner just like this. Again, just do it with your better judgment of what you feel is right for this section. And then you want to put the eye part of the cucumber, so the thin strip, and place it with the rice facing upwards, just like so. Then you want to cover that in some more sushi rice, just like this. Again, just use your better judgment for what you think is right here. Now you take your thick piece of cucumber with rice facing down and you just want to put it at a 45-degree angle, just so it is pointing towards the eye part. And now you just want to fill in the gap between the earlobe and the mouth, just like so, making sure not to cover the leading edge of the mouth there. Okay, I think this is just right. And now I'm gonna add just a little bit more rice just here, just to give it a little bit more body. And here I'm just gonna start rolling. Just bring it towards the ear and then press it down. Okay, great. Now I'm just gonna flip this thing over and compress it like you would a sushi roll, just so it becomes one piece. Great. Now I'm gonna create an indentation here, which will be the classic curvature of the dog face. Okay, so just use your mat to compress it down. Great. And now I'm just gonna tuck in the edges because the rice is coming out a little bit. So I'm just gonna put the mat over it and tuck it in, and then do the same to the other side. Just tuck it in, maybe better to use the mat, and then tuck in. Okay, and now again I'm just gonna work on that indentation. Just press it down with your fingers, or you can better use the rolling mat to press it down in a single way, just like this. Okay, great, now I've got that beautiful curve there, and that's just what I'm looking for. Alright, now I'm just gonna add a little bit of blue sushi rice so later when I roll it, that indentation stays in place. So just add what you believe is right there again. Perfect. Okay, so take 2 half sheets of nori, which are being glued together again like I did before. And you want to take some blue sushi rice and just start covering it from one side. Start off by covering about half of this long sheet. And then you'll stop and see where you're exactly at and maybe add a little bit more sushi rice later. We'll see. Okay, I'm just going to place the dog face down so that I can judge how much more rice to put. And I'm just going to add that black sushi rice roll we made before. There's the nose at the front end of the dog face, just like this. And make sure there's no gap, so press it up against it, just like so. And just roll it up. And here now to check how far the blue sushi rice goes, if I need any more. Now I can see here, I need a little bit more just to make it round. So I'm just gonna take some more blue sushi rice and just fill in this section here. Great. I think this is just perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna roll this forwards. Okay, great. And now I'm just gonna roll it like I would a sushi roll again, just make it one piece. Alright, so now that I've compressed it, I'm just going to tuck in the sides of the sushi rice again, just to make it a little bit more pretty. Tuck in this side, and tuck in the other side. And now to cut the roll, I'm gonna take my extremely sharp knife and slightly wet it so that it goes through the rice easier, and just slice through the roll like this. And it reveals this beautiful little sushi roll dog art. And now you can just cut a slice off just like so. Now it will typically yield about 4 pieces of sushi, and they all look like this dog. So there we go, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now you know how to make a dog sushi roll, which is a great skill to know in life. So, one last thing, if you like this sushi t-shirt with this sushi hugging itself, then check out the link in the top left corner of your screen or in the description below for where you can get yours. You can also get it in different colors, which is really cool. Thank you for watching. See you guys next week. Goodbye.